Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, and welcome to the EPL Index Transfer Daily. It is Tuesday, the 13th of August, and it's mixed news, to be honest, for certain clubs, isn't it? Liverpool, it's a Zubi no, because Martin Zubimendi confirms late last night that he will not be joining Liverpool. He will be staying at Real Sociedad. So that's a big dent to Liverpool's plans. Still, the only Premier League club to have not signed anyone, and there's less than 3 weeks of the window to go. Arsenal, lots of things going on with you. Aaron Ramsdale, you turned down a low bid from Ajax of all teams for the England stopper. It'll be interesting to see if they come back in. That was an on-steam bomb that dropped. Other things, normally we do Prem, but it's interesting to go a bit wider afield. Vinicius Jr., Ballon d'Or contender, the 24-year-old Brazilian international, is being targeted by the Saudi League. According to various reports, are prepared to pay his buyout, pay him an absolute fortune beyond belief, and make him the face of the Club World Cup, which is coming over there. So that'll be interesting to see. Sky Sports says that United is still looking. They've held internal discussions over signing a number of forwards. Dominic Calvert-Lewin, mentioned by Sky Sports there as well. Southampton, you've got an outgoing young Armel Bella-Kotchap, say young, he is 22 years old now, the centre-back, isn't he? But he's set to go to Hoffenheim for around 15 million euros in total. Italy is still a buzz with Romelu Lukaku to Napoli. Suggestions from Di Maurizio that it's around 21 million, which translates to about 25 million euros that they have made an offer for. We'll see what happens there. This one rumbles on, doesn't it? Mark Guehi from Palace to Newcastle. A lot of reports, and I mean multiple reports yesterday, that a third bid has now been submitted for the player. So we can see what happens there and how that will go. Only other thing to call out realistically is there's also mentioned that they're looking at alternative options here. So that will be interesting to see. Palace are also monitoring Chuck Wemmicker, according to the South London Press, the Chelsea midfielder is a blow to Chelsea squad, so we will see what happens there. It will be interesting. Bournemouth, now they signed Solanke, are clearly looking for a forward, and multiple reports again. It just seems to be a lot of reports the same thing, but that's not bad. It's being substantiated that Evan Nielsen, the Brazilian and Porto forward, is the target for them. So we'll see if that's true, because the Evening Standard also says they're looking at Eddie Nketiah, who's moved to Marseille, has fallen through. Now they've targeted Wahi from Lens. So we'll see what happens there. Liverpool as well. Fabio Carvalho completed his move last night, and Bobby Clark, they have received a third bid close to the 10 million asking price, apparently, for the player. So we will see what happens there. Leicester, you've been linked with Zaha, that's possible. And now, according to Sky Germany, you've reached agreement for Adam Holzek, I think it's pronounced, the Czech Republic striker from Leverkusen. It's a loan with an obligation around 16 to 17 million pounds. So it will be interesting to see what happens there. Staying in the Midlands too. Forest, you are closing in on Ramon Sousa from Talleres, the Argentinian forward. Around 11 million pounds is set to be the fee. Ladies and gents, in simple terms, there is an awful lot going on in the Premier League. We are expecting more news, more things to break. We're still waiting, aren't we, for the Wan-Bissaka, Mazraoui, De Ligt to be completed. We said what's going to happen to Mark Guehi. Julian Alvarez is now an Atletico Madrid player. And this place to finish, Romano broke late last night. Conor Gallagher could be heading back to Chelsea, that despite it being all agreed because of the complications and everything else that's going on, that might not now be going ahead, which could only really be Chelsea, couldn't it? So there we go. We'll bring you that and a million things more. But today, Tuesday the 13th of August, that was your EPL Index Transfer Daily.